Hello spooky beans and welcome back to my channel. I'm on my island Pumpkaboo today and we're going to be building something super fun and exciting that I've been waiting to build for a little while since I started this island. Now I'm going to be doing it in this space, but I'll show you on the map in a second where we are. But before we get started with that, I'd love it if you could like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers and I love you all for that. Thank you so much. But now let's jump on into this build. So like I said, I'll quickly show you the map. But as you can see, we're at the back of the island by Red Secret Beach. I haven't built anything in the middle just yet, so ignore everything around it. I was just so excited and starting to become impatient that I just had to do this build today. So it's okay, we can build around it. As the title of my video suggested, we are building a haunted house today, and I'm going to walk through you step by step on building the house, and we're going to be starting with the terraforming. This is a 4x6 bit of terraforming here, and you just want to fill it in like I'm doing now, and this will be our base of the building. Now in a second I will be adding an extra layer to each side, and this layer won't be staying. This is just to basically make decorating easier for us when we do the sides of this house. So once you've done that, you want to get up on that level there and put down a code you want to use for the floor. I'm using the same wood code that I'm going to be using for the simple panels on this build, just so everything matches and actually looks like it's part of the house. I've just done it like this to save on time because we will be terraforming on that green patch just there. After you've finished placing your codes down, you want to go ahead and add some short simple panels just like I have along the front here. I've used 5 for this section, but I will be using 2 more on the next level. And then across here you want to add 5 simple panels. As you can see, mine has a spooky mouth on, and you'll see what it looks like when it's finished, and it's pretty awesome. Now once you've added those 5 panels, you want to add 2 to the side but push them right forward like I have, so that they're in line with the short simple panels. So this part of the building is finished for now, so we want to do a little bit of terraforming behind these 5 simple panels that we've customized. I made a 5x2 bit of terraforming, and then we're just going to get on top of there. We're going to do the same thing and put some of that code on the floor that we're using for the rest of the building, and then we're going to add 2 more short simple panels spaced apart just like I have done. I use these short simple panels in front of the larger simple panels just because it covers that second double layer, if that makes sense, on the simple panel that it does with the pattern, and it just makes everything look a bit more realistic. Now that we've put the short simple panels in, it's time to put 5 more normal bigger panels in with the eyes of the house. After that, I just popped a wood burning stove behind one of the panels so it looks like a large chimney. So on each side of the house I've decided to pop some storefronts just to give the building a bit more shape, and yeah, it just looks a bit more realistic. And then we're going to chop away that terraforming that I was talking about that was just there basically to make our life easier to place those storefronts, and it's not actually part of the house build itself. It's now time to work on this bottom layer of the house, and for this you're going to need 2 storefronts. I've customized mine in green because they have the black roof, and I just thought it blended in better with the rest of the colours, and a wooden storage shed which I've rotated to the side so it matches with the roofs better. Now you need the wooden storage shed because this is a 5 wide build, and yeah, you just need it to fill in that gap. Then you need 6 simple panels, and you need to place 2 in front of the storefronts like I have, and then just 2 a little bit further back either side. You then need another simple panel with a door customization on, so it's the front door of the haunted house. And then either side again I'm adding some storefronts, as you can see, just to bring the whole build together and just make everything look more realistic. And there you have it, there's the haunted house. Now we need to build around it. By the way, all the codes I've used for the haunted house except for the door were made by the lovely April_ACNH_ over on Instagram. How amazing are these codes? April also made the code for the Reds Arcade that I built a few videos ago. But yeah, go check out her Instagram, go give her some love over on there on her amazing creations. To the side I'm going to be doing like a little side building kind of, but you'll see a little bit later on in this video. I want to make a start with the fencing. I wanted to put the fencing down before I carried on building the pathway, because then I'll be able to judge where I want the pathway to go and how I want it to look. I also wanted to make sure I gave myself enough space to fill this yard with trees and bushes and things and make it look overgrown like I always like to do with islands. I love the overgrown look. I don't know what it is, I just really like it. I think it's because my brain loves a bit of clutter, so yeah, that's probably what it is. Now I'm doing a pathway leading towards the back building, as I'm going to call it for now. And yeah, I'm using Colin's path, of course, that I've been using around this island already. Just here, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I didn't want to carry on with just fencing, so I decided to use the item fence instead. Behind this fencing, I'm going to be using the stonework kitchen, but it's obviously turned round, so they look like walls. It looks like it's a wall to maybe a mausoleum or something, or some kind of old building that's to the side. I don't know, I just really like how it looks. I might go back and put a custom code on the fencing later, I'm not too sure. I mean, I might not, it might be a bit too much for this area, because I do end up decorating this area quite a lot. To warn people about the haunted house, we've popped a beware sign out the front of there, you know, with a little ghosty on, so you know this place is haunted. And of course we have to put some decayed trees outside as well, just to make the place feel even more spooky. I always like to put this leaf code underneath these trees, just because it looks like all the leaves have fallen onto the ground from the decayed trees. By the way, all the other codes, including the haunted house code made by April, can be found in the description down below, and I've also tried to find as many of those creators' socials as I can, so I can pop them there and you can go check them out as well. Now, of course, you knew they were going to turn up. I'm using the wheat field item. I'm also popping some flowers everywhere. But now let's make a start on this back area. I've decided to go for the spooky tree rather than the decayed tree here, just to add a little bit more Halloween vibe to this section, because, you know, it's spooky, but it needs to be Halloween too. Oh no, the slime seems to be here around this haunted house, as well as by my house. I wonder what this all could mean. We still haven't found out where the source of the slime is. Maybe we'll just have to wait a little bit longer, do a few more builds, and then maybe we'll figure it out. And maybe someone will have answers for us as to why there is slime and where it's from and what is it for? Why is it here? While that remains a mystery, we're going to carry on building this area here. I've popped down another castle gate so that we are able to access Red's secret beach in case Red turns up and I want to buy some art, you know. Probably won't, but you know, just in case. And then to fill this awkward gap, I decided to use the gel bars. The wall just looked a little bit strange there, so the gel bars look so much better, and it kind of gives it that old, you know, it used to be a gel feeling, so that looks fine to me. Like I said, this is a bit of an awkward shape, so I'm gonna have to put a castle tower in as well to fill the gap properly. It just so it doesn't look odd, because if it looks too strange and doesn't connect properly, it will probably annoy me and I'll just be going back to change it anyway. Now in this section, we're not going to decorate it too much because you can't really see too much in there. So we're going to be using the retro transportation stop turned around so it just looks like a storage area. And then I'm going to be using the glowing moss shells. This just gives it that ooby creepy sort of vibe, and it goes with the slime story, I feel. Now this item, oil barrel, is so underused. Look how brightly coloured it is. I feel like it's the perfect item for any brightly coloured islands, or like in my case where I want splashes of orange around to give the Halloween vibe. It definitely works well. I know I've never used the creepy skeleton bones, so I was quite excited to use them on this island. I'm probably going to not use them too much. I'm just going to use them in this area and another area that I have planned as well for this island, and that's about it. I'll probably use them more on Thistle, to be honest, because, you know, Thistle's more spookier. And if you haven't seen my island Thistle, I have posted my first build for Thistle. Thistle is my witchy spooky island, and it's going to have other elements to it as well, but I'm keeping that all a secret for now. But yeah, definitely go give it a watch. I've done an entrance build. It was so much fun. Just doing some simple decoration on Red's beach because I don't want it to look too crowded, because I feel like you're not really going to see much of it unless you walk back here. But of course we have to add some slime. Do you know what? Since I've started doing Halloween islands, I really want to watch some spooky movies. I love horror films anyway in general, but I really fancy watching a spooky movie or watching one of those non-spooky spooky films, if you know what I mean. So like Hocus Pocus, Coraline, that sort of thing. I actually really love watching Coraline. It's so good, and I love the little cat. It's just so creepy. Actually, do you know what? Why don't you guys let me know your favorite non-spooky spooky movie in the comments down below, because I'd love to know. To be honest, there might be some that I've never seen before and I have to go and watch them because I'm just curious. So yeah, let me know, what's your favorite non-spooky spooky movie? So of course you saw me pop down some leaf piles and some of the scattered papers. I love using the scattered papers, as you probably already know if you've seen some of my previous videos. So they were definitely going to make an appearance in this video as well. I like that they look like dropped leaflets, so they've got beware on them as well. So it looks like someone was going to pop leaflets around and then they got spooked and end up dropping them all over the floor, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a nice idea being like that. By the way, I do know I normally continue from a build I've previously done and build the next section and build around it. And I know there's nothing built around this area that I've built today, but don't worry, it will all come together nicely and it will look awesome and all spooky in the end. So yeah, it's just I was so keen and eager to do this build. I just wanted to do it right now today. But actually, speaking of builds, we've actually finished this one. So it's time to have a little look around of the area we built today. So there we have it. We have finished our haunted house build today. This was so much fun. I'm so glad that I just decided to do it when I wanted to, because I was so excited to get stuck in with this one. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Also, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite non-spooky film is. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. I hope you have a lovely spooky day wherever you are, my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!